So, I just finished playing the entirety of the Fate collab yesterday. And when I went through it, I had a lot of thoughts. Like, I live streamed it. So, I think it was pretty obvious that I wasn't very enthusiastic about it. Actually, that's a lie. When I saw that there would be a Fate collaboration, I was hyped as fuck, especially when I found out that Archer and Saber would be in it. Archer is one of my all time favorite characters. I love the Fate series. I used to play Fate Grand Order religiously. So I was hyped for it, and that's one of the reasons why I actually re downloaded Honkai Star Rail. I actually uninstalled it months ago. So I was really looking forward to what we would get, especially, you know, free Archer. Yay! But I don't like the collaboration. And there's like a bunch of reasons for it. And I'm not saying that it's just like the worst thing ever. They should have never done it because, hey, I'll always be grateful for having Archer. And I think they've just done an incredible job with the way they designed Archer and Saber's gameplay within Honkai Star Rail. Because there's like some legitimate hype moments because like when you use your ultimate skill and Saber goes Excalibur and it's like, oh my god, yay! Or when Archer says his whole line, right? I am the bone of my sword, da 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 da. I listen to that every single time he does it. Like I listen to the whole thing. So those are genuinely things that I'm super hyped for, but but this collaboration is such a letdown, and I'm gonna kind of share my thoughts on it. And of course, like if you don't agree with that, that's okay. Everybody has their own opinions. These are just mine. I think I really need to clarify that before people get uh pissed. I think one of the things I genuinely did not like about this collaboration is the story. Like, I'm sorry, but that was a terrible story. And also, it just didn't feel like a Fate collaboration. Like, if you just removed Archer and Saber from the story, it would be just like any other Honkai Star Rail event. There wasn't anything that kind of sets it apart. So, for those of you who aren't familiar with the Fate series, it's basically the Holy Grail War. You have a bunch of servants coming in. They are aligned with masters. They all fight to the death, and the winner gets the Holy Grail. And you get to, and the Holy Grail will grant your deepest desire. I mean, that's a very baseline explanation. It's a lot more complicated than that within the series, I swear. But that's just like I'm just trying to simplify it as much as possible. So the classes that you get within this I can't multitask, so I'm just gonna put this on auto. Yes, so the classes that you get are Saber, Archer, Lancer, Rider, Castor, Berserker, and Assassin. So these are 7 classes that you get. And of course, the 7 servants have 7 masters. They all go out, fight to the death, and the winner gets the Holy Grail. And the Holy Grail then grants their wish in the worst fucking way possible. So, obviously, the whole concept of the Holy Grail War is kind of dark. And I understand that within a game like Honkai Star Rail, you won't see people dying brutally because, trust me, in Fate Stay Night, if you are Lancer, you are going to die in the worst way possible. Like, there's just no stopping it. RIP, dear mood. But, so I understand that, they have some constraints on about what they can show. But the story that they went with, it's kind of bad. It's low as hell, and it gets super boring after one point. Like you have just like, I think the worst part for me was when we enter Assassin's Noble Phantasm. and it just goes on forever. Like, bro, just end. Okay, either you end this story or you end me. We cannot have it both ways. So, first and foremost, I feel a lot of attention was given to these NPC characters that came in the form of Miss Note and Mr. Rekka, who were Assassin and Castor. It was a bit more than what I would have liked, because personally speaking, these are characters I do not give a fuck about. Like, you know, uh, Saber got her whole moment, right? Where she went back to Britain and she spoke about her story and her regrets, which I understand for somebody who is not a Fate fan, you really wouldn't care about that. You'd be like, okay. But instead of focusing on Dr. Rekka? I don't know what Rekka, whatever, director guy, and Miss Note, maybe it would be better if there was more focus on Archer and his story, because it's not. I don't think Archer's story is something you would see a lot in the anime. Like, it's vaguely referenced, but he has a pretty interesting backstory. But again, yeah, you don't really get to see that in the collaboration. The story is more focused on these NPCs nobody gives a fuck about. And also, it I was so miffed when I found out that in the Holy Grail War you would not see Rider or Berserker. I mean, we do see Rider right at the end of the story, which always happy to see Misha. He is my boy. I love him, my son. But what about Berserker? What did my what did Berserker ever do to you? I mean, I guess it wouldn't be possible for them to have a Berserker like character within the show, because Berserkers are usually, as their name implies, they go berserk. No, I sound like Shiro. I'm sorry. But I guess it would be harder for them to get an NPC like that. I mean, no, I don't think it would be hard at all. It is definitely something they could have done if they wanted to, but I don't know why they didn't. I'm just choosing random stuff here, so don't go like, oh my god, your gameplay is so terrible. I'm not doing this seriously, man. Chill. But yeah, you don't see Berserker at all. Where's the seventh servant? Where's the seventh master? And I understand the whole concept of this isn't an actual Holy Grail war. It's just there, kind of. It's like a botched Holy Grail war. No one cares. If you're gonna give me a Holy Grail war, give me a proper Holy Grail war. So yeah, and the noble phantasms that they used, oh my god, they were boring as fuck. If you go to YouTube right now and check out the noble phantasms of different servants that have appeared in the show, they're cool as fuck. Like, my one of my favorite noble phantasms, Unlimited Blade works from Archer. That's his noble phantasm. You can see it in his ultimate, but I'd still recommend just giving it a look on YouTube to see how it was done in the anime. You can check out Gilgamesh. I love Gilgamesh. He's like one of my favorite characters. He's a messed up individual, but he's one of my favorite characters. And his Enuma Elish, chef's kiss. And if you want another example, I would say check out the fight between Gilgamesh and Ryder. I mean, you wouldn't get the emotional beats for it, but my god, does it look cool as hell. So, these noble phantasms don't last for 1,000 hours, right? They are quick and they end fast. But in this game, it just goes on and on and on, and it's not even interesting. Like, it's comedic at one point, but it's not very, like, something that's interesting to see. So, I mean, I just generally did not enjoy the story at all. And the whole thing with Miss Note putting the trailblazer in this 9 to 5 job and telling him, this is what you want. The trailblazing is bad. Like, girl, back off. There was no setup for it. Like, oh, my ideal world is being depressed. I don't know what they were thinking. I don't think they were really thinking, but yeah. And I think one of the other expectations from the collaboration was to actually see other characters from Fate. like one of Fate's most beloved protagonists is Rin. Okay, she's not exactly a protagonist. In my eyes, she is because nobody gives a fuck about Shiro. But yeah, like every people were expecting to see Rin. We see Lancer, but he's barely there. He says like three things and disappears. And I'm like, bro, why were you here then? Like, why is bro here? They gave him a model, right? Like a proper, not an NPC model, it's a proper model. They gave him an outfit and everything. And then they were like, okay, bye. Don't come back now. Huh? Like, he's throughout, like, for the majority of the story, he is gone. Why was he here? What was he doing? How the hell did he become friends with Scrollium? Who knows? It just happens. So it was such a weird choice. And now, okay, I've talked crap about the story for like 10 minutes now. Let me talk about something else I did not enjoy, which is this particular thing that we're playing right now, the Holy Grail War. It's not exactly a Holy Grail War. It's not very interesting. Like when I was playing it for the first time, I was reminded of something within the game. I was like, wait, I've done this before. Why does it feel so familiar? And then I realized that it's basically the Bellabog event where you go and fight different people in the boxing ring, right? It's basically the same thing. And they were just like, okay, we're gonna slap some uh, Honkai Star Rail characters as masters, and That's that. Holy Grail War. Let's go. And it's not fun. Like if you are somebody who is very familiar with Fate Grand Order or just like the anime in general, it's not gonna be fun for you because there's nothing new. I mean, I can't even imagine older Honkai players having fun. I mean, maybe they would. I personally don't. I mean, it's kind of like a combination of the Belleberg event plus pure fiction because you have like a limited amount of turns within which you have to win. So yeah, I mean, I wish we got like so if they were going like if they were like okay, we don't want to create too many assets for this limited collaboration, let's just work with what we already have. Cool, they could have done something similar to Erythium Wars. I did say that during when I was playing the game, like when I was streaming the game, that they could do something similar to Erythrium Wars, where you go around and you fight with enemies, because that's the basic concept. Like a very simplified version of the Holy Grail War is that you go around with your servant, you hunt down other masters and their servants, and the person is standing at the end wins. So they could have used the Erythrium Wars map, and you would basically go with your servant and you would have to kind of fight other masters. It's more organic and you don't need all of these random mob monsters there. Like, who cares about these guys? Why are you here? I mean, I don't know. I feel like there's something else that they could have done which would have been more interesting and more aligned with what a Holy Grail War is. But I guess that's that. I mean, there's nothing you can do to change it. I'm still so confused about what Lancer's purpose was in the story. He doesn't really add anything to the story. Like, if you take him out, it wouldn't really make much of a difference. So that was like a very confusing choice, in my opinion. I don't know. But hey, and also, listen, as mean as this sounds, a cardinal rule of a Holy Grail war is for Lancer to die. Like, I don't make the rules, these are the rules set by the war. Like, if you see any iteration of Fate, you see Fate Stay Night, Fate Zero, Unlimited Blade Works, any of the movies, Heaven's Wheel, Lancer dies. If you are making a Lancer like a more proper model and everything, and if you're not letting him do anything, at least let him die. I know that sounds horrible, but those are the rules of the war. I don't know, man. I don't don't know. I'm kind of just sad about like the way things played out. I feel like there was just so much that could have been done, and there were so many missed opportunities with this. And I hope that Hoyo was for once. I mean, I think the Star Rail team has been pretty good about taking feedback. I don't know. I haven't again have been very out of touch with this game for months now. So I hope that they take any feedback that they are given into consideration, and if by any chance we get this collaboration again, we can get something interesting. But yeah, that those are my thoughts. I'm not really the biggest fan of this collaboration. I think that a lot could have been so much better, and so like it needed to be more true to what a Holy Grail war is, but oh well. And Hoyos, you have the Lancer model. Hand him over. Give. I want my boy. Like you already made him, might as well. Like just like make him a 4-star or something and give him out. I'll take him. Anyways, I would again highly recommend checking out some of the noble phantasms that have been uh, generally recommend Gilgamesh, and Unlimited Blade Works is a beautiful noble phantasm. Gilgamesh versus Rider, like any of the noble phantasms, they've in the anime have been designed so well. Like they're so worth checking out. And yeah, I don't really have an ending for this. I just didn't like this collaboration. That's that. Thank you so much for listening to me ramble. I will go now. I'm sorry. Bye.